Namaste. Welcome, everyone. I see the queue is already growing. Thank you, Donna. Just like the sales at Black Friday. That's hilarious. Hi, Saskia. Welcome. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Seems like I haven't seen you in ages. All right, so let me just go back, say hi to everybody that's here. Andrew was first in the door, and then Teresa, welcome. Hi, Pallavi. Thank you, Donna, for managing all of this. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. Happy New Year to all of you. Bright blessings for the start of this Gregorian New Year. We have a lot of new beginnings this time of year. And so whichever one that you observe, may it fill you with lightness, brightness, new opportunities, doors opening, doors opening. The god, Janus, asks us to look in all directions, both directions, within, without, forward and back. And so let's keep an eye on all of that as we're going through the readings today. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Happy New Year. Hi, Sunny DG. It's been a while since I've seen you. Namaste. So today I have put together some thoughts, and I'm just going to center myself by reading those to you. And you can look in the description box below if you're on a computer. And I think this inspiration partly comes from a Capricorn kind of energy, but also I think in moving forward, reflections are always good. And in readings, it's definitely helpful to count one's blessings and to look at how far you have come. Because sometimes we forget to review how far we've come and what we've learned. And I'd like to begin with this today, just observing how far that each and every one of you have come. I will start with a group reading for the collective. And then I will expand on these three cards for those of you that have asked for a reading. But I will start with these three questions for each of you, okay? What is the greatest lesson you learned in the last year? Good question. How can I honor this lesson, and what will become clearer with a focus of gratitude? And I think we can't necessarily separate these questions. Yeah. Lydianne, hello. I'm just going to highlight your comment. It's easier to do that way. Welcome to you. Welcome from France. I wish all of you a wonderful, lightful year with money, love, kindness, and health. Blessings for you and encounters. All right. Well, off you go. And thank you for popping in and saying hello to everyone. Hello to Karen, Urban, Kateri, as well as Colleen. Welcome. And hello back. Welcome back to Vange. And I will be changing up the banner from time to time. I have courses that are starting very soon. There are space in both Tarot Foundations 1 and Tarot Foundations 2. And those of you that are looking to book readings for the new year, personal readings, there's not a lot of space. So I want to thank you for your patience in me getting back to you and figuring out that time as well too. Okay. All right, this is a reading. I'm reading with Kelly Burton's deck. This is a reading for the collective on the 3rd day of January 2023. First reading for the collective in this year. Acknowledging the energy all around. This is a beautiful time as we are in this last few days before the full moon in Cancer. And so I really want you to find a fullness in your hearts, a fullness of expression, so that when we get to Friday, the full moon energy, that you are able to release a little bit and to emotionally connect with the full moon on Friday night. The moon is in Gemini. There's a lot of really interesting energy that's going on right now, and I'm sure each of those planets will find their voice in the readings today. Particularly feeling the shift in the Venusian energy and my throat. Oh my goodness, my throat chakra is just alive right now. This is my optimal time lunar in the lunation cycle, according to my natal chart. And if you're interested, I can explain what that means. Okay. All right. So we're looking at greatest lesson. That's funny. That's funny, Andrew. Um, isn't this interesting? This has been a theme that has come up a lot, come up a lot. So in the Five of Cups energy, I think this lesson is one that we all move and grow through at various times in our lives. And this year in particular, something quite poignant something quite poignant. So the relationship between these two cards here, what I want to say is this. It's so important to feel. It is so important to make space for it. If you are in a situation where you're at work or somewhere where emotions, you need to compartmentalize the situation, it's really important to mark out some time later in the day to work with that. And I want to say that this year you've come a long way emotionally and navigating emotions. However, there still may very well be a tendency to dampen them down, to deny them. And while this is the greatest lesson learned, remember how you felt when you were able to release emotion, when you are able to be present for emotion. We are moving into more of an active year in 2023, and so in the busyness of this year, don't forget to take time for that. Don't forget to take time to honor the beauty of life, the joy, the be present in the moments between, and allow the small pleasures to fill you. Really interesting combination of cards, Five of Cups and Ten of Cups to be sitting here. And I want to say there's an uncomfortable energy as well, too. And a bravery. And a bravery. So acknowledge this great step that you have made moving forward this year. How can you honor this lesson? How can you honor and continue to grow in your emotional body? How can you continue to grow and to honor your emotional development? Because it is an ongoing journey. And I want to say that being in the flow of life is absolutely critical. And I love that we have an 8 here. I always see the 8s as very flowy and connected to the cycle of life, the flow of energy. And I think it's really funny. We were just talking about the lemniscate energy in the last, um, when I was on just at 11 earlier. I like that the sun is here. The sun is illuminating our work. The sun is illuminating our work. So find the light. Find the light in your greatness. Find the light in your mastery. And isn't this uncanny that we have the word mastery on the third card? And it's one of the words that I was contemplating in preparation yesterday for these readings. Let's begin 2023 with a spread of empowerment, honoring mastery and lessons learned in the past year, entering the new year with a grateful mindset. So remember to express gratitude audibly as well too. And perhaps that's one of the reasons why my throat was so alive, as a reminder that this must be articulated. If you are in a culture where this sort of, or a family where this sort of practice is not, um, it's not comfortable, I feel this is really up to you. This is up to you to get comfortable with expressing gratitude. Get comfortable with honoring your emotions verbally. And there's something about this mastery card following this flow of emotions here. So don't lose the momentum you've made this year in tapping into your emotional body. Okay. All right. Let's shuffle up the cards. And I believe Andrew was first in the gate. Welcome to Dee and Hannah and Antoinette. If you are a member and you get a chance to rewatch this morning's session, it was kind of inspired. I felt, it felt very full to me. We were talking about the 2 of discs, the 2 of pentacles. This is a reading for Andrew, Well-Tempered Claire, on the 3rd day of January. And Andrew has asked for general guidance for the year ahead. So Andrew, I will build in the intention of the 3 positions, but also I will allow this energy to flow in support of guidance for the year ahead for you. As always, we ask these messages be in the highest for the greatest good, and that no harm be done. Okay, so an emotional theme continuing to emerge here, Andrew. I feel that you have been working with the openness of your pranic body, your emotional body. Now, in the In yogic terms, the emotional body is the pranic body. So this is simply the layer of self that moves energy. Emotions are energy in motion. This feels like a breath of fresh air for you, Andrew. And I encourage you to continue to honor whatever makes you feel like a breath of fresh air. And it's funny, the colors that are on this card, I feel like a deep connection between the two of us. So I like that as well too. Honor lightness. Moments in the day where activities of lightness, uh, 10 of discs, and the priestess. So water surrounding earth, another theme that we were discussing this morning. So all very relevant. As I look at the card in the center, I see a heart that is emerging. The way the two spheres come together on the top, and I know there are four spheres, the four spheres um, that we see in the background of the 10 of discs. But it looks like a heart to me, and I really feel as if this is a heart-centered reading. This is about you softening into your heart and allowing life to be lighter. Life to be lighter. So you've begun to open a door of lightness, experiencing lightness and fullness in every way. So 10 of discs is full of wisdom and experience, and it's very embodied. So bringing these emotions into the body, bringing these emotions into experience, into your art. I could see this very your physical products being charged with sufficient emotion this year to truly come into development. And then your guide, the high priestess there, overseeing all of this. So be in a place of trust with the plan for the development of some of the projects you have on the back burner. Yes, and Dee reminds us that the Princess of Cups appeared a lot in the card of the year readings. And that also comes too with the chariot energy and that sense of emergence. We don't need to have a plan exactly in place. Part of this is this relinquishing of the reins, relinquishing of the control, and trusting that we've got it together enough that it can come forward. But the 10 of discs there, Andrew, feels very grounded and very centered. So we have the Princess of Cups, who is unmanifest, and the 10 of discs that is fully manifest. And allowing your emotional body to lead, allowing your heart to lead, knowing that the high priestess is there. So if we think about the energy of the high priestess in terms of gratitude, I honestly feel a goddess mantra, or switching up the deities on your altar, moving one of the goddess luminaries to the center of your focus, trusting in this receptive emotional development that is moving through you, and honoring that reflection. And again, I want to say something about there's something about audible expression that feels really important here today. Okay. Thanks, Andrea. And thank you so much for the super chat. Much greatly appreciated. Hmm. Dee says, the universe laughs at one's plans. Let go. All right. So now we're going to move on to Teresa. And I will shuffle the cards for you. While I'm preparing the cards for Teresa. So this week I will begin the deep dive into the Full Tarot. And for those of you that do not have the deck, know that there is a free guidebook that is available with full colored pictures. So that can definitely be accessed. And this is a members only feature and it begins Wednesday at 4 p.m. All of these are recorded and they alternate between 4 p.m. and 10 a.m. on Wednesdays. 2 at 4 p.m. and then 2 at 10 a.m. On Friday, I will be reviewing the card of the year readings, and I have had some more insights into them. I'll also, before I go live at 12:30, I will be doing 4 more readings. Some of you had requested readings for the 1, 2, 3, and 4 major arcana, which will not be your card of the year, but they may very well be your life path or your birth card. So that will start Friday morning. All right, now let's focus on Teresa, Mystic's Haven, holding space, love, and light around her. You're welcome, Andrew. Just before I lay your cards, I want to share something with you. So last night when I was teaching yoga, I was compelled multiple times during the class to come back to mantra, to help energy move through mantra. And I just want to remind all of you the power of voice and how important it is to not keep things inside all the time. It's very important to, Teresa, I'm going to shuffle and cut again because I'm talking about other things. While this is for you and for everyone, I want to make sure I'm focused on your energy when I'm cutting the cards. There is something about the release through the voice that is immensely important. Teresa. All right, so a definite theme is emerging. This is the root of the power of water. And we have Metatron's cube in the background here. The lotus. Very powerful symbols of transformation and possibility. And so you stepping into 2023, continue to honor your emotional development and the possibilities, the seeds that allowing your emotion to enter into places where you thought it wasn't appropriate previously to be there, to inform you, to lead from that place. It is through the movement of energy. It is through energy and motion that we affect the physical body the most as well too. And this is something, Teresa, I don't know if this is for you, or this is a collective message, but this has to do with um, physical three-dimensional health of the meat suit itself. In releasing emotion, we find renewed, uh, a changing physical body. It's like we take the finger out of the dam and that rock wall starts to break down. And I really feel like, Teresa, there's something really great going on here. There's a tremendous benefit from this emotional development. And I want to repeat what I said earlier, to the effect of the sun. You can see the sun here, the sun shining on your work, the sun illuminating your work. And so the joy that the sun brings, the light and the energy and the vitality that it brings. And perhaps too, if things feel a little too emotional, there's nothing like, sticking your face in the sun. Mhm. I feel like there's been a tremendous progress in uh, the lens through which you view your day-to-day life, and continue with that work with, I was going to use the word earnestness. That's such a strange word to come through. Hmm. Hmm. That's a funny word. Okay. Hi, Joel. Welcome. Gratitude. Gratitude. So, gratitude. Look here, Andrew. Look what card we drew. Um, this is the card that we were discussing in the last hour. This is the card of the first decan of Capricorn. But this also very much is a card of January. I was talking about the god Janus, the eye in, the eye without, looking in all directions, knowing that change is. Change is. And for you, Teresa, this change is about the weaving together of the water and the earth, weaving together the emotional and three-dimensional experiences. And this message is much bigger than Teresa. Teresa, this feels as if you are the mentor, you are the catalyst, you are the inspiration for others that are around you as well too. Be grateful for change. Be grateful for the flow of energy. Allow energy to flow. Take your finger out of the dam. And you have begun this work already. It's just a reminder not to fall back into old patterns. Okay. The other contrast here that I think is worthy of speaking to would be your comfort in both the darkness and the light. And there's a striking contrast between the daytime, the lightness of the card on the left, and the change that is evolving through the darkness in the card on the right. We can find this transformation 24/7. And so this would speak to all relationships, all parts of your life. Really beautiful cards here. Mm. All right. Thank you, Teresa. And I see the lovely Jen has joined us in the chat. Welcome. Happy New Year, Jen. Happy summer to you. I saw some photos. Some of you might know the channel, Mosh's channel, and she's posted some beautiful summer pics. Yeah, summer down under. All right. Hello to Savina. Welcome. Where are we going? Sunny DD is up next. Okay. So Sunny will build this reading around the spread and allow it to expand in whatever direction it needs to go. I invite you all to hold space for Sunny as I draw the cards for her on this third day of January 2023. So you get the Capricorn card. All right. So many lessons could have emerged for you in 2022, but I just want to tap into the sweetness of life, living life, finding joy, giving yourself space and permission has been one of your greatest lessons this year. And so to kind of encapsulate that, really remember how important it is for the small pleasures. I remember some years back, there was a series of books about simplicity and the joy and the beauty and the pleasure and the simplicity of life. And I really feel like you have tapped into this energy. And so continue to find joy, to feel. So this theme is getting stronger and stronger as we go through these readings. Give yourself permission to feel. Allow yourself to feel. And above all, give yourself permission to feel joy. And in this season, of course, balance is really important. Wow, 2 majors, 2 earth majors, Sunny. So the development, I'm just going to go back to my questions. How can you honor this lesson? So there's a development of this lesson that is that you continue to explore and I'm thinking of a particular meditation book that has a big rose on the cover. And I'm sensing an exploration of the movement of energy from observing it with friends and family and colleagues to an observation of how energy flows in your stillness, how energy flows in meditation. The power of energy, when you focus on energy in your quiet time by yourself. I'm really struck that you've pulled 2 earth majors here. So this is a theme towards transformation, development of this element, and really embodying, embracing this element, allowing it to what am I feeling? I'm feeling like the What perhaps was once quite muddy and heavy and sticky is changing for you. It's becoming more vibrant. It's almost as if you can feel the pulse of the earth. And this is something that, and I can really feel this in my left hand. My left hand is really vibrating here. Like you can feel, it's like when you pick up a book, you acknowledge, yes, this is a three-dimensional object, but if I were to blur my vision, I wonder if I could see the molecules moving around the book, that sort of thing. Like I really feel like this earth energy is truly, truly expanding. Three majors, Sunny. And with the strength card, there is such an appreciation of love, lust, joy, beauty, connection to all beings, the exchange of energy. And that, of course, comes from your own inner inner strength that is growing because you've allowed and are allowing this shift. These are very significant energies. These are fixed astrological signs. These are powerful. I don't know what your card for the year is, but I could see you becoming overwhelmed in all of this as well too. As I said at the beginning, allow energy to move through the voice, express. Also expressing artistically, expressing physically through the body. So when I think about this strength card, I can also connect to your body moving in dance, your body, you really embracing the joy and the flow of energy through your body. So with death, okay, so that is another fixed sign. So you've got this very um, you know, this is a very large Chinese gong that is ringing for you this year. And when I say that, now I can feel the vibrations in my back. And I think this place that you have come to is such a huge place of transformation that more than ever, your sacred space, your um, your discipline in not compromising that 30 minutes every day is really important here as well too. Hmm, so beautiful. Take a screenshot. If you don't have this deck, if you have this deck, go pull these cards out, put them on your altar along with the death card and maybe the chariot card. It's big. It's big, big, big. Okay. All right. Let me scroll back up to Pallavi. Mm. Mm. You're welcome, Sunny. Uh, okay. Thanks for sharing, Donna, for suggesting her going back to that playlist. Mm. This is the comment that made me laugh, Donna. Mm. Mm. Okay. And for those of you that are further along in your tarot studies, we're going to continue, and I'd say I am going to continue to develop looking at the tarot through a lot of different perspectives in tarot foundations too. One of the so what I did in tarot foundations, one was to really kind of, we built a basic structure, but in that basic structure was this wheel and this web of how to build the connections into a reading. And what we're going to do in tarot foundations 2 is to continue to expand on that web while learning to trust your intuitive process. And I think one of the greatest gifts of tarot reading is that art of where does the intellectual left brain information go when my right brain is on fire? And how do I marry those two? Because that's really the art of tarot reading. And it's a big course. Big course. All right, so let's focus on Pallavi, and this is a reading for Pallavi. And again, Pallavi, I will look at the energy of the 3 cards and build this all together while keeping in mind some of my intentions for the positions. Okay. Thank you all for holding space for Pallavi. Again, we have an intersection of this earthy water, and earth. So your first card is the Empress. And this is so bizarre because I didn't do my Thought Inspired series last week. I was overwhelmed with the number of readings I was going to have to do and the planning and so forth. And so last week I didn't do the Thought Inspired series. And so it's like the conversation that happened at 11 o'clock is being developed and is infusing all of these readings with this reflection on this feminine, watery energy where we understand how important it is to tap into that pranic body, yet be active and vital in this dimension. The Empress is productive. She is skillful, right? She is resourceful. She is wise. And Pallavi, this is an energy that you are really coming into understanding of. And so take these 2 elements and look at the beauty of these 2 elements and how they work together. I want to say that the lesson of 3 will continue to grow and develop into the year ahead. And what I'm feeling with that is that the 3, isn't that interesting? Because you have a 3 and a 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. If you think about the energy of the chariot, and the chariot being a seven, next year is a 7 year. And if you think of the what's the word? Euclidean geometry, where you have the square and the triangle on top as a image for the number seven, and this powerful energy of the three. So the continuing growth and development is an important part of you moving forward in 2023. We have this is just so beautiful, because here what I'm seeing is the 4 plus the 3. So it's like you're in perfect sync with the energy of 7. And then in the center, we see this. So the question was, how can you honor this development? There's a fresh perspective, and yet it feels even more connected to your soul's purpose, because your your passion, your drive, it's almost as if it's guided. It's guided by a higher spirit. And allow yourself to, and if this means there's a shifting of direction, allow that. I feel that the directions may shift a few times, but this is only to awaken you to the greatness of your work, how big this can be. And if this were in terms of relationship development, be open. Be open to, I was going to say wandering. Be open to wandering a bit. It feels like there's a sense of freedom that is required this year. Knowing that what you are doing is building and working towards a warm fire. This is 4 of Wands. This is such a beautiful card. And I don't know where you are in your life as far as relationships go, but I feel like this is you coming into your own, experiencing some freedom, and knowing that what you are going through down the road, it's building this new structure for you. It's building this new place where you can shine more brightly than you did in the past. This is about you embracing your femininity, understanding the power of understanding your power, your drive, your will. It's about not compromising it in the development of a future marriage, a future relationship, so that when you come together with the other, it just makes sense. It just fits. There's no awkwardness, and there's an inner knowing. There's a bright, bright inner knowing. It looks like a beautiful year ahead. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Let's go to Savina. And Savina, if that is not how you say your name, could you please put it phonetically into the chat for me? Oh, I'm just going to pause here. I tried out one of the ancestral spreads you shared a couple of weeks ago. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And you're welcome, Pallavi. All right. Well, well, where are we? I am, there we go. Found you. Found you, found you. Let's hold space for Savina. Sabina, let me know. Good night, Saskia. Sleep well. I'll see you tomorrow. Hold space for Savina. And Savina, let us know where you are in the world. And if you've told me before, please forgive me for not remembering. This is a reading for Savina on the 3rd day of January, 2023. Building on the energy of all that we have been discussing today in terms of the 3-card spread and allowing this reading to flow in the way that it needs to flow. I'm going to go here. Beautiful. And Sabina is in Denmark. Okay. Amber is sleeping quietly at my feet. She could begin snoring at any moment. Alchemy. So alchemy is the greatest lesson that you have learned, you are learning, you are working with, both on a physical level. So the alchemy, and when these are beautiful cards together. Okay. What I was sensing was something in the lines of essential oil synergies. This could also be in the blending of teas. The science, the mastery of food combining also. So I'm feeling a very active energy and the mindfulness and wellness of yourself, but also those that you look after. And so continue to be curious about this. And the intention for this position was how, right? How can I continue to honor this lesson? We'll get really creative with this. I feel as if there's a dynamic, you could actually take this to a business level. You could take this out into the world. You have a lot to offer in the art of alchemy and the internal transformation that is possible. For some reason, I'm feeling like you are a foodie or a food coach. There's something quite tangible that you are working with yourself and could in turn work with others. There is there's a real beauty to this. So to let it grow and to let it flow in whatever direction you are considering. Persistence. Did you have sometimes a letter of rejection, or you put a lot of effort into For example, you put a lot of effort, money into a cookbook, but it didn't sell out and it's sitting on some store counter somewhere and it's not selling. But I feel what's saying here is that this endeavor of yours is so worthwhile. You have a true gift to share. And so this is about the long term, the long haul, the long road. And quite brilliantly, this suit for me is it's all about life path. So you knew that this felt good for you. So go back. Maybe there is a as a revision, a different approach. Be conscious of the energy of all of the elements. The magician is quite capable of altering the recipe, so to speak, so that the performance next time is more deeply understood, more deeply received. Hmm. There is greatness here. I'm going to shuffle the Kantaji Oracle for you and pull you an Oracle card. The third position asked about gratitude. And perhaps one of the greatest lessons of gratitude would be if there had been a setback, to be grateful for the person, be grateful for the experience that set you back because you weren't quite ready for that. And now, this year, this 7 year, this powerful year of moving forward is indeed the time, the perfect time for this development. And so to persist, just like the card says. All is alive in the world. The plants are alive, and you know that. The herbs on your windowsill are alive. The water is alive. All of life is infused. All of life's energy is. I talked about this earlier with somebody else's reading. I felt like there was a new energy, there's a new awareness of the vitality of the material world. Now, this is fascinating. What I'm sensing here, Savina, is that there are possibilities for growth here. There are possibilities to uh, deepen and shift your perception of what diabetes is to you. How to remove the toxicity in your physical and pranic body that responds to nickel, so that down the road, nickel no longer affects you the way it affects you. Just because you're allergic to nickel now doesn't mean that in 3 years' time, you will be allergic to nickel. This is a reading about you understanding this, that you have the power. You have the power of transformation at your fingertips. Anyway, I'm going to let you sit with this because this is a very powerful message, Savina. All right, I'm going to go. Donna said there was another one. Go back. Yes, Donna, I will. I'll do one more reading. I'm sorry, I don't have any idea who it's for, so I'll need you to remind me. And we have another person here. This is Marilyn. Hello to Marilyn. Welcome. Oh, and it is Marilyn. Okay. Where are you? From Brazil. Welcome to you. Welcome to Marilyn. Oh, and I'll show you the card. The card says the sentient nest. And what I was feeling was just the aliveness of life. Yeah. Okay. Let me know how you're doing, Sabina, because I think there's more, there's much more to this. Let's shift energy to Marilyn from Brazil. Welcome to our circle. Welcome to this day of readings on January 3rd, 2023. And I'm not sure when you came into the chat. I introduced a spread at the beginning of the hour, and I will build in those layers while intending this as a reading for 2023. As always, we ask these messages be in the highest for the greatest good and that no harm be done. So be it. Thank you for sharing that, Sabina. So the intention of the first card is the greatest lesson, the wisdom, the mastery that has come out of the previous year. And this is the saturation of fire. This is too much fire, everything being dried up. I could see this coming to you as adrenal fatigue, you becoming ill from exhaustion, just doing too much, not being able to share, to delegate, to pass things on. Everything, the whole universe is, all the responsibilities are on you. So part of your lesson in 2022 is learning how to unpack that and find balance again, so that your physical body, mental, spiritual bodies can begin to fill with water. We go from the suit of wands to the suit of, the suit of fire to the suit of water. And so there's something here about enough is enough. Enough is enough. And so it's time for you, I feel, to Hmm. Death. So this is perfect. It's time for you to press the reset button, to begin anew, to begin fresh. After the forest fire, the earth is parched, yet there are nutrients. Bye, Jen. Yet there are nutrients in the soil. There's always life underneath the soil that is ready to grow, and new things that are uh, coming forth. So 2023 is very much a year of releasing past patterns and turning to face a new way of being, a new way of living. And in that, there's going to be several things that need to be let go of. And you need to have the strength and the courage to let go of those old patterns so that you can go forward feeling stronger and braver. And yes, you will be of two minds in regards to this, because letting go is not an easy thing. Changing jobs, changing directions, changing lifestyle is very difficult. So where do we find the where do we find the answers here? I think that's a really good question. So if we look at the energy of this particular card and the wisdom of the death card, this card invites us to dive deep into the water, into our darkness, to say hello to the darkness, and to invite those aspects of ourself to walk out here in the world with us. It's almost as if this is uh, like you see in this picture here, it's a completing of a completing of you. It's an acknowledgement of your wholeness. Is there a part of yourself that you have denied existing? She wants to walk with you. Hmm. She no longer wants to hide. She wants a voice. And earlier on today, I was feeling this strong, strong message about the voice. And I think this is for you as well, too, in that how we articulate, how we in we have this power to release and let things go through the voice. And so there's certain things that need to come to the surface and be said so that you can heal. If you are burnt out, exhausted, if you have any uh, health issues because of overdoing it, because of working too hard, taking on too many responsibilities, caretaking for an abundance of people, it's time, and you know this already, to let go of some of this so that you can feel healthier. And this is a year. So when we're talking about a 7 year, this is a year of, it's exactly the lesson of the 7 year. So we honor all of us our wholeness. We honor our wholeness and we go forward with all that we are. And sometimes that can take a little bit of time to figure that out. And that's exactly where you are, is you're in this retrieval, not necessarily a soul retrieval, but it's no longer denying the parts of yourself that want to be present in your life. Okay. As we move towards the full moon on Friday, take some of these messages and sit with them, bring them into fullness, make them as full as you can. Feel them in your soul, feel them in your bones. And then on Friday night, when the moon is luminous, whether you can see her or not, pick something to let go of and offer it up to the moon. And I want to suggest that she wants to hear your voice. She wants to hear your song. She wants to hear your mantra. And so speak. Speak to whatever name you know her by. I refer to her as Chandra. And, when I walk out in the full moon, usually I'm chanting Om Chandra Namaha, Om to the name of Chandra. And I just start to call her in. And I find she listens really well. And then I let go. I let go of something every full moon. Okay. Bright, bright blessings on your journey through 2023. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you to our wonderful mod, Donna, and all the other mods who supported the others in the chat. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.